And we live, man. It's your boy Ty. We back with a whole another live ghetto podcast. You know what's up. I know it's been a while. You know it's kind of harsh watching these ladies, man. It gets cold in Chicago. You know, a lot of them work all day, man. So it's really hard to get ladies to be on a pod. So that's why we appreciate lovely ladies that come every time. But you know what to do while you're here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment if you're here. You know what's up. Um, let's go ahead and introduce the lovely lady we have today. What's your name?
My name's Tasha.
Tasha, how old are you?
I am 24 years old.
Shut up. Speaking to the mic. But 24.
Yep.
Single.
As of last week, yeah.
God damn. Oh my God. What happened? Well, let me ask you a question. How long were you guys together?
Together is a strong term, but we were seeing one another in our entanglement for about 7 months.
Oh, that's some entanglement then. I would say y'all was together for seven months. I guess it was getting to that point, huh? What was one thing? What ended it?
I wouldn't say it ended as much as it downgraded. I'm just too busy. I have work, cool. I have school, I have things that I prioritize over that person, and that's not going to change.
So you're not willing to I don't know, try to make time for the guy? Or was it just no time at all?
I need to focus on what I need to focus on. And that's it. They knew what they were getting themselves into from the get.
So he already knew that you was gonna be eventually leave him?
Yeah. I made that very clear.
Okay, come on, dude. What are you doing then? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and highest level of education?
I have a bachelor's and I'm in a master's program right now.
Oh, PhD lady, smart lady. I see why the relationship ended. Okay, so what you guys can see as a title, do you deserve a good man? Cause I scroll through TikToks, find little funny videos, whatnot that relates to somewhat what we discuss on podcasts like these, and I found an interesting topic that ladies, in a way, want a man who outclasses them in a way, and they don't reciprocate anything in return for the man that they want, pretty much, right? And I wanted to first name this episode "You Get What You Deserve," but I feel like that could get interpreted bad in a lot of ways,
A little bit, yeah.
But pretty much, you don't deserve what you think you do. Is the whole point of what this episode is going to be about, and we're going to get into how we came to that conclusion, right? So let me ask you a couple questions. What do you look for in a guy? No, my fault. Actually, no. Do you believe modern women respect modern men?
Yes, but real quick, I'd like to circle back to your point of what you want this topic to be about. I remember years ago when I was in high school and Facebook was still for the young people. I remember reading a post that was like, women always want a king, but they're not willing to act like a queen for it. So it's like, how do you deserve something that you're not putting forth?
Exactly.
Which I think is very true, especially in this day and age. Like, if I don't have anything for myself, I'm going to be codependent upon you. If I don't have a car, I don't have my license, I don't have anything, I'm relying on you to have all that. I'm relying on you to write my checks because I don't know how to do it. Like, how is that fair?
Well, okay, I understand how you can come to that conclusion. And it's understandable because that's how a woman will look at it. Mm-hmm. Do you think a man? Let me ask you a question. Do you think a man care about what you bring to the table as far as finances or a car or crib or all this other stuff?
It depends. Some do. So for me, my last relationship was with a girl. Actually.
Oh! You like ladies? Interesting.
I'm just here.
Okay. Well, what's your? Well, or would you say you buy? Would you?
Yeah,
pan?
I guess.
These new terms these days.
I don't know. I never thought about labels. I just feel like if I like you, then we're cool.
Okay.
And if not, then we're not.
Okay.
But I know for me in that role, I care about what you're bringing to the table because I don't want you to be codependent upon me. And I know that when I was younger dating men, I was dating men who were older than me, and it was fun at first because they were able to take care of me and do all this stuff, or they'd be like, "Oh yeah, here baby, drive my car. Here, I'm paying the rent. You don't even need to know how much it is." And I loved that until now we're years ahead, and they're like, "Well, why don't you know how to do this? Why don't you know how to do that?" And I'm like,
well, I think when it comes to like dating men at a certain level who are like women typically date men who are older and stuff and more experienced. And when it comes to that, when they ask, well, what do you bring to the table? It's not necessarily like money wise. It's value. Like we reciprocate value in two different ways. A man reciprocate value by providing, taking care, and security, all types of stuff for a woman. You provide value by, in a way, it might sound bad, but in a way, being an assistant. Helping out with his goal. If he, coming from home from a long day, make sure the house is clean and like, do the little things, fold his folders and stuff, put his thing, organize his stuff, just the little things that add value to his life and make it much easier. And that's what a lot of men mean when they say like, what do you reciprocate in a relationship? It's not necessarily money wise, because we men already know in this old term, my money is my money, your money is my fault. My money is our money, your money is your money. Because men already know that the money that you get, you're only gonna put it on to yourself most of the time. And my money that I get, I'm gonna have to put it to both of us. So why would I care about the money you get? How much money you make. That's why, let's be real. How many rich, successful men do you know that are with dumb broke women?
I wouldn't call them dumb.
Well, not dumb, but
they're sophisticated
regular
enough to get them.
Sure.
So
but like women
they
who
have
necessarily don't reciprocate the same finances or success as the other man. Like women who aren't as successful or don't have as much money as that type of man. How many women are with those type of guys?
It's a decent chunk.
Yeah, that's the thing. Men don't really care.
They make the guy feel good. They make him look good. They add something, like you said, to his life, to his portfolio, to his social.
Outside of just money. Yeah, because men don't. When men make a certain amount of money, they don't care about how much money you make. Like if you go to a millionaire and be like, I make $100,000, like okay, that's cool, but I make $1 million a year. Like what is that $100K gonna do? So when it comes to maintaining a relationship, I always when I tell women, I say make sure you just add value to the relationship. Don't go into the relationship being be more of an asset. Don't be a liability. You get into a relationship. Oh, can you give me this? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? Okay, do you even cook at all? When I ask you to cook, you get like, oh no, I ain't cooking. You cook for yourself, or you can clean for yourself. Like reciprocate the value. If he's doing stuff for you, you do stuff for him, and that's how it works pretty much.
And I think honestly, even if you take away some of those like traditional gender roles of like male and female, it should be like that regardless of who you are. Like you should be bringing something to the table for your partner. If you cannot be a taker in a relationship without giving something. And I feel like we've all been there as people where us ourselves, or at least others, they're take. Can I have this? Can I have that? Or the other person asking, can I have this? Can I have that? And I'm like, okay, but what do I get back? Or what am I giving back? And it's nothing of that. So I think like what you're saying is really important just in terms of it's a balance. And it's a balance. And for some people that are of a higher status, that balance, they don't need it to be perfect. They need it to be like, I'm up here, so you just need to be right here.
Like right the thing is, a lot of guys who are like Fortune 500 companies, their wives don't even own Fortune 500 companies either. Like they're just their assistants. You don't really see them because they're too busy making his life like being an asset to his life that you don't even see them. But they're making everything perfect. They're making this house a home. They're doing the important things behind the scenes. Make sure his family's good. The woman's always doing important jobs behind the scenes, but a lot nowadays, a lot of ladies want to be in front of the scenes. Like, oh, I got my bag. We doing this shit together. Yeah. Look at our empire. And like, that's not what men are attracted to. But that's what men got to deal with. But we're going to get into it. But
can I comment on that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
So something about that, and I think, so for me, I am a very dominant personality.
I can tell.
Yeah, so what ends up happening is occasionally men have been intimidated by me. Like those alpha types of personality men.
You think it's
they feel
let me
challenged.
Ask, do you think it's intimidation? Or do you think it's
said intimidation?
Really?
Yeah, or they feel intimidated and or challenged. And that's not my goal. I'm not a guy. I'm not trying to be a guy. I'm me, but I'm also very successful and I won't be in the shadow of anyone else. Right? So what's end up happening is I tend to occasionally attract these more passive men, which is not what I want
Yeah, I
either.
bet.
I cannot stand someone who lets me steamroll them. Because at the end of the day, I'm strong, I'm this, I'm that, but I'm still a woman. I still need you to check me every now and again if I get out of place. And if you're just letting me say whatever I want to you, then what does that
I
do
already
for
know.
me?
That's why I was gonna. That's why I was gonna have to touch. But I'm gonna tell you exactly why you get in the situation that you are. Like you said, you're a very dominant person. But let me ask you a question. Just like how you say you wouldn't want a man who's passive and would you want a man who's sitting there like, oh, I'm finna go get my nails done every week? Are you attracted to that?
I'm cool. If he's going with me,
And
I
I see
don't.
why you attract those same feminine men that you end up
But
leaving.
meaning, I wouldn't say that's what I prefer, but I don't care. More
It's
so
not.
now, it depends on how you're doing it. Like if you're sitting there like picking, like if you're just like, hey babe, let's go get our nails done, or hey, let me just get my this, that, or the third, like whatever, whatever. But it all depends on the person. Like, but to me, those are like small nuances. Right?
But the
That's
thing
just
is,
a tiny part of
the
somebody
thing
that could
is,
happen every month or every year. Or
I get it.
whatever.
I get it. Sure. But you see how you gotta still dictate when it should happen and stuff. The thing is, women aren't attracted to sensitive, soft men. No matter what you guys try to
Yes,
dumb
they
down, you guys
are.
standards. You guys
Yes,
aren't.
they are.
You aren't. You guys are attracted to A type personality men who can dominate and actually put you in
No.
check. But the thing is, you are dominant yourself. So that's
I'm
why
that person
it's
in a
not that you
relationship.
intimidate other dominant or A type personality men. Is that that's not attractive. You feel me? Like for most women, if a man sit there and put on dresses and shit, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, he might be playing for the other team." They'll probably think, "Oh, you gay? You what up, homie? Like, yeah, you dominant? Oh, you like me? Oh, you intimidate because they probably think you're they probably think you don't like men because you're dominant. That's a masculine trait, and men aren't attracted to other men. If you, with all due respect, will be more feminine and dumb it down, I get it. You seem like you're a woman who's gonna be capable of making a lot of money. You have a very dominant attitude. You seem like a go getter. That's how a man looks. You seem like a man to me, but with all due respect, of course. But the thing is, men aren't attracted to that,
That's
especially men who are the men you're looking for, dominant men. You know, they want somebody who's gonna be adversary, a feminine, more feminine woman. So that's why you're attracted to a lot of feminine men, unless you like that? You gonna make it work?
So for me, I will never change myself for anyone else.
Really?
I will never change myself for a man. This is who I am. You need to accept the fact that I have the potential to be more successful than you, and you need to still be rooting me on. You need to not be challenged or threatened by that. So here's my thing. What I look for in a man is someone that's goal oriented. It doesn't necessarily have to be just about your job, but just that you're moving forward in life. Like, okay, yeah, maybe I'm going forward in my job, but you're going forward in life. You're running marathons. You're doing something. You have set personal goals for yourself so that you're not intimidated or feel shadowed or feel like you're in my shadow because at the end of the day, I still need you and need your support. This is still a give and take. But I won't become like subservient to someone because I think that's the only way I can attract them. I
I
know
wouldn't.
my worth and what I bring to the table, and I'm worth a lot more than half the guys I've ever met.
Of course, but I wouldn't say it's. But the thing is, it's not necessarily just being like just. Oh, I'm a subservient. Look how everything you do when you want, thing you want. I'm here to like. It's not. It's not as like a slave thing that a lot of ladies hear it as. The reality is, it's getting into your feminine role. But you guys haven't really met a masculine man or an attractive man. I'm real. There's not a lot of attractive men out here. So you guys are running into a lot of soft ass dudes who's not gonna put you in your place and get that masculine energy out of you. Y'all are stuck in y'all masculine energy. That's the reality of the situation. But y'all haven't found anyone to take you out of it. That's why you're stuck there. Y'all don't want to be masculine. Y'all don't want to be, and women will love a man to sit there and take care of them. Y'all just make it seem like it's hell slave hole because y'all haven't found a man who I, I understand. There's a lot of crazy motherfuckers out there. But y'all haven't found a man who's gonna be respectful of you, understand you, will love you enough to actually take care and provide for you. That's the thing. You guys watch too many of these true crime stories. You hear a lot of these crazy. I know. I bet y'all hear two crazy stories. I got with this guy. He makes a lot of money. Then next thing you know, he cut me off and he just kept me in the house. I get it. There's a lot of crazy stories out there. But the reality is, once you find a man, you got to build with these men too. But once you find these men, it's better than what you guys keep trying to perceive it as. Like You want to be feminine, but you can't because you keep finding these bum dudes. But you're gonna keep running into these guys unless you change your attitude.
I wouldn't say that I definitely agree with a lot of points you've made. Again, like over the years, I found that when it's being with a passive guy, it does make you tap more into your masculine energy, and that's fun and all. Like it's nice to know that about yourself, but I don't want to be the one planning everything all the time. I don't want to be the one having to do everything. I don't want to be the one bringing up money, finances, or that stuff. Like I don't. Like this is a give and take, but at the same time, again, like I'm not going to change who I am or how I am, but I can change what I attract, so to speak. It depends on who and what you give your attention to is really what changes the attraction. Like, if a passive guy comes up to me and I'm just like, ooh, yeah, then whatever I'm emitting is making passive guys want to come up to me, right?
Yes.
So if I don't want that, I need to close myself off to that. If I want a more masculine man, then I hear what you're saying. You think I should tap into a more feminine role to attract that. But here's the thing. I've attracted masculine men. I've attracted A-types. I've attracted alphas, betas, zetas, omega, every little Greek alphabet letter.
Did it last?
I didn't want it. I'm very picky.
That's the thing. Like, I
I
said, you guys. A lot of ladies, a lot of ladies, they say I run into a guy who makes money or who's these type of personalities, and it didn't last because that's not the guy he was even attracted to. It's just a placeholder guy. Like, sure, he can make money. He could be a type personality, but he's a fucking dork. There's a lot of dorks with a lot of money who's successful and shit. I get it, but you're not attracted to that. That's why you don't stay. A lot of women get in relationships. That's not a W to get in a relationship. W is maintaining the relationship. A lot of ladies be like, oh, I got with this guy. Like, cool. Where's it now? Where's it now? That means, like, it doesn't matter. Like, until you meet the guy who you're actually willing to stay with, dumb down your standards for, and let a lot of shit slide for, that's when you're going to actually make it work. But a lot of these ladies get with a guy that you put these crazy boundaries on because you don't even respect him in the first place.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though. I'm at this point in life, when I was younger, like when I'm saying younger, I'm thinking 18, right?
Okay. I'm
18,
like, girl, you're not even that old.
18 for like 17 and some change, 18 to like 21 and some change. I was with a guy. We're together almost 4 years. We lived together, everything. And again, I would like to point out a little bit, he was older than I was.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes more sense.
I became the girlfriend that
what was the age gap?
I was 18, he was 26.
We don't need
to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it.
But I feel like a lot of your intimidation from being with a guy who's actually can provide for you comes from a lot from some
emotional damage.
I'm gonna be real with you because like I could just tell from that part of the relationship it probably did some stuff, huh? Was it perfect?
No, but we were together for a long time and I absolutely loved him. To this day, we're still really
good friends. And what happened? Why did y'all break up?
I wasn't happy and he wasn't happy. We had a big fight one night and it was literally just like I had outgrown him. He was older than me to the point that the person he was, like, so when you're 25, like, your brain officially stops growing. Like, your frontal cortex is done. Mm-hmm. The person that you are then is pretty much how you're going to be. I'm from Cleveland.
Oh, Ohio. Oh, God.
Yeah, we got a lot of bones.
Oh, God. I got family from Cleveland, so you gotta go.
But, like, that was my journey because I had a problem where after that relationship, I was afraid to be alone. I didn't know what being alone looked like. So after that, I'm hopping. I was in another year-long relationship, like 6 months after that, not even. People in between. So I'm like, I never knew what it was like to be by myself because I always had a man or somebody holding my hand, telling me what to do or how to do it or what I needed. And I'm like, I need to know what I need for myself. So when I do finally enter a relationship, like we're not figuring ourselves out. Like, how can I love you when I don't love me yet?
What was he doing? What would he do for a career? Like, how much money was he making a year?
He
approximately.
Long story short, he ended up becoming my manager, but like that's not the point.
Okay. So it's not okay. And how long was he the manager? Because y'all was together for 4 years, you said?
Yeah, he was a bartender, and I was working there. And then, like, maybe a year later, not even, he got promoted, and then he got promoted again. And he was just doing great. He's doing great now, too. So we're friends now, but there was a point where It's been almost the same amount of time that we dated, like 3-4 years since then. Headed on that way, and there was about a year or so where like obviously we didn't have contact.
So if he was still growing, like he was growing in his management position, well, I guess why do you think? Why did you say that he wasn't? You say he wasn't into you either. What do you mean by that?
No. So we just both ended up being unhappy in the relationship. Like for me, I felt stuck because this person wasn't changing. I didn't know who I was that day, let alone know who I was going to be 6 months from now. I was
but changing like
out.
In what way? Like he wasn't like because he was getting promoted. What do you mean changing?
Changing like personality. Like for me again, I'm still finding myself. Recently graduated high school.
Okay.
Like,
I got it.
Graduated high school. Would you be into that same dumb shit that from high school that you're into today? Some of it maybe.
Slightly, maybe not, but
but you have that option where you can be about it or choose not to. Where the stuff that he liked. That was what he figured. Hey, this is me. This is who I want to be. He was happy with who he was. I wasn't happy with who he was.
Okay.
And now, years later, like now that we're friends and stuff, we've talked about it a little bit in the past, and it's just been like, yeah, the person you are today is so not the person that you were, 3 years ago. Like, I've become a lot better as a person. I've grown a lot. I'm a lot more ambitious. I'm a lot more stable. And I'm like, he was crazy for dating that version of me. I'll be honest. Something had to be wrong with him.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
But the reality is, and this is what I always say, like, well, men and women love differently. Men and women are not the same. We are different. Men love for real, idealistically. Women love opportunistically. It sounds bad when you say it, but the reality is, women will love you until you're not what they want anymore. Like, you still, like you said, like you're not really changing. Like, hey, you're getting promoted and stuff, but you're not really changing. You're not growing. There's always nothing like there's no satisfaction ever when it comes to women, But for the flip side, man, he loved, like he probably cuffed you when you was 19, 18, young.
Too young.
Too young, clearly, when you do the math. But yeah, clearly, and he still dated you for who you were, loved you for who you were, and nothing really changed on his end.
So I was his trophy, which is.
Men typically date younger women.
But that's what it was, and it got to a point when that almost felt like all I was. I was arm candy. I was, a nice-looking 18-year-old, small waist, all this, ambitious, got her future ahead of her, and it was something to hold on his arm, and that's where that started. But where I really want to go is touching your point that the opportunistic piece, that's not just strictly specific to women. It's to anybody of a lower status or perceived lower status than their partner, right?
Yeah.
I had a guy after that relationship. Waited a couple months and I hopped on Tinder. I was like, "What's this about?" for the first time. I met somebody.
You already know what it's about.
I met somebody absolutely fucking crazy.
Oh, Lord.
Didn't realize it at the time. Seemed like a cool dude, edgy, and I was feeling edgy. I'm just in a new apartment by myself. I was like, yeah.
How old were you at this time? You was about
21.
Okay,
going
21.
On 22.
Okay.
For reference, I'm almost 25 now.
Right.
But yeah, and I thought like he was cool. He was struggling, struggling through life, and he's like, yeah, my family doesn't, yada yada yada. They don't believe.
I tell you guys, the lady will date the token bum. I always say, lady will take a token bum.
It was my first. I didn't know. Mind you, I've been with.
Was he attractive? Was he good looking?
He was a good looking man.
Of course,
And so we're talking, and he's saying all the right things. Like we're hanging out, and then I'm obviously not realizing that I'm rebounding because I'm still young. Again, the relationship before that was my first real full adult relationship. And so he ended up, I treated it, or in my mind, I considered it like this. I was a ladder, right?
Right.
Okay? Every single step he took, he was just taking away my energy. He stepped on me to try to get ahead. He thought that I could help influence his status, which at the time I didn't realize. But he ended up coming to stay with me, and for a weekend.
Wait. Okay, let me ask. was he doing it in a liability way, or was he like, like, okay, you're growing, so we're growing. I'm growing
No,
too.
he was a total leech. And when he told me, he was like, his family didn't believe in him, or his family this, or his family that. And I was like, well, they suck. They don't see you for how I see you. By the end of it, I was like, those motherfuckers are right. Like, you are everything that they said that you are. He, at the end of it, he ended up jumping on my car, just straight up, pulled over on the side of the road, just jumping up and down on my car. And I was like, oh.
Red flag. What
so
the fuck?
That was for about 2 months. That went on.
Damn, that was a short time for him to be doing that.
Short, very short. Tell me why he spent the last 3 weeks living in my apartment. He just one day never left.
What the hell?
And that's what
you
I
call
was
the cops?
I did. It was a bad time.
Oh Lord.
It was a bad time in life. But that's what I mean when I'm like, it's not just specific to women. Like anybody, it really depends on. Women can be bums. Men can be bums. If you're only with a person because you think they can do something for you, that's bum energy.
But
some women can get rich off of bum energy.
That's how most women are rich. That's how most women are rich.
Is it most women, or is it most women that you meet?
When you look at the Forbes list, they said there's only the women that's on it, the top 50, all of them got their money from their husband.
But again, you're looking at something that society wants you to see. You're seeing it through their gaze. That's not what's. I didn't see no goddamn millionaire or billionaire walk down the street.
That's true. Sure.
Never ever in my life.
Sure, but when you look at most relationships, the reality is the woman is taking. The woman tries to get their come up from a man most of the time. That's just the reality. Like, I'm not saying that most women are bums, but it's in women nature. Like, because one of my questions are women hypergamous, and let me ask you: do you think women are hypergamous?
What do you mean by that?
Date up. Like, as far as looks, money, status,
I think most people. So I think in our society, that's how women have been groomed to behave. That's what they should be looking for. Because a man, if he's at the top of the food chain, he's not looking up because he believes he's it. Right? He's not going to be looking at a woman that's doing better than him because society says you should be doing the best. You're that guy. So
I like how you wait. Put a pause right there. What you just say? Repeat it. Men don't. You said men already see themselves at the top, so they don't try to date up, right? Same as your dating situation. You said that you don't really get A-type personality men that you want. You end up getting a bunch of feminine men, the men who you look down at, because men don't want to look up and see you, because they're like, what? It's not that it's, oh my God, it's intimidating. I'm scared. She's gonna be bossing me around. It's just like you're gonna. It's not attractive. It's not attractive. It's just not. It's not attractive.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you in 10 years, I will be with someone far more successful than I am. 5 times more.
I bet.
And I will be just nearly as successful. We will be hand in hand going to do what we need to do. And it's not anyone I'm actively looking for, but there's a certain type of person that can be with me. I am a certain type of personality that not everybody can be with. And I recognize that, and I don't say it in a way that's like cocky or confident. Like
no,
because obviously, like it would be a lot easier if I were more feminine. It would be a lot easier if I could just find like. Don't you think that there have been times that I wish I could change my personality to attract certain people so it could just be easy? So when my girlfriends are like, "Oh my God, I hope he texts me," I don't like to be pursued. I'm the pursuer, so it's just like. Don't you think that if I could change that, maybe I would? But I can't. So I've accepted how I am, and I've accepting that the fact that if I'm really looking for someone, or if I really am finding someone, that it'll come. But I don't need to change who I am to get to it because I've tried, and that's not me. That's not who I am.
I understand. Like you're not gonna change. I'm just saying like, well, what if? Just what if? Say he was at a bar, right? And that guy who because. I'll always say, you're going to run into your dream guy probably once or twice in your lifetime. You better not fuck it up, because then you're going to run into a bunch of bums. What if it's that guy who you see you don't even notice, you just at the bar, you with a friend or whatever, and then that guy is talking to you, and then, you just, yeah, man, I got my business going on, yeah, and I'm going to scale that bitch, I'm going to be growing, I'm going to have an empire and stuff, like, he hear that, and he's just like, oh.
And that's not the dream guy.
Really?
Period. I'll tell you this though. This like side. So I feel like something that women are skilled at are displaying which sides of ourselves to we want others to see. Like there have been times, like there was a time right after I moved here, just left the gym. I'm in my workout gear, my hair is tied up. Like you could tell I was working out though. And I go to a bar and I ended up running into these two law firm partners, and they funded me the whole night, bought me drinks, did that or the other, and I'm just like, okay, I don't need them to know me. I don't need them to know what I have going on in life, but I can play a game. I can be there. I can have conversation. I don't always exhibit a dominant personality, even if that's who I am, like, to my core. Think of how many people you've met that don't truly know you. Like, if somebody you just know for a day, for a night, for a week, for a month, they're not gonna know everything that you are. It takes a while to get to somebody's core center.
True.
So, like, a lot of the times, people do, they know I'm a very dominant personality, but I'm very also caring, and I do a lot for other
Yeah,
people.
you know, honestly, like I'm a good reader person. I could tell you're genuinely like a good person. You have you seem like a tough shell. Once you crack, you're a very soft person on the inside type shit. But the thing is, like, just like for example, let's say you was at the bar and I was a single 5'1" guy, and you know I got a little twitch and shit. Off back, you're gonna turn me down, right?
I love.
You're gonna try to talk to me. You're gonna.
I love my shirt kings. I love.
Oh my.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
I have like my last two like guys that I was spending time with. So when I say spending time, I mean more than 6 months.
We get it. We get it.
I call us same size because we're like the same height and the same size. I don't discriminate. That's my thing. I'm a very personality. I like you.
Okay, so you did a midget?
I like you. I don't discriminate, but I like you a little medium, ugly, and smart. That's where I go.
Okay, what if he was really ugly?
No.
Okay, but you see how it's just off back. You're gonna be like, no, I'm good.
I said medium ugly.
Okay, but
we still need to look together.
We
still need to look good together in photos, but I'm not going to turn you away based purely off your appearance. If you can make me laugh, if you're a little like in the middle, but you make me laugh, I'm cool.
Are you aware that most men aren't funny?
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware that most men aren't funny?
The ones I know are.
You know, like, but the thing is, like, of course, the ones you know. Most men,
I'm
like, that's the thing.
The men, by the way, I have him laughing.
The thing with a lot of ladies don't even understand is a lot of dudes, like, y'all be having small circles of guys, and those circles are guys who are genuinely probably funny, probably attractive, probably have money, but you guys are ignoring the 99% of the men who are broke, lame, unfunny, awkward, the men that you be curving every day, who be hitting you up. I'm sure niggas be hitting you up all the time. You be curving them all the time.
Let me ask you this: are you funny?
Oh, baby girl.
Is he funny?
Come on now.
Yeah.
We're not finna do that. We're not finna do that. I'll be having her dying.
Like you're speaking from a place of personal pain.
No, everybody.
That's different.
Man, I'm not finna do that. Everybody who know me. Come on, man. I'm the funniest man in the world.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, like, most guys aren't funny enough. So you gotta understand, like, if you're at a bar, 9 times out of 10, the guy who's gonna approach you isn't gonna be that lawyer or the guy who.
I'm not meeting the love of my life at a goddamn bar. Let's make that loud and clear. Depending on where you're meeting these people, that's what you can expect. Like, that's another problem that I do want to harp on. That is something that you mentioned, right? You're making a lot of good points, but it's also like you have to be careful. It's not a blanket statement. It's not something that you can apply to everything. But there are certain situations where it stands true. Like, I'm not about to find the love of my life on Thirsty Thursday at a bar with $3 shots. Like, that's not where he's going to be. If I'm, quote unquote, dating upward, I need to be leveling up myself. I need to be somewhere where he's going to be. Or he needs to be somewhere where I'm going to be. So if I'm, again, how am I a queen looking for my king, $3 shot night, right? Like, that's not very much queen energy. That's hang out, let's go out, you know, Nissan Altima girls energy. That's what that is. Mm-hmm. And that is okay. But you have to be realistic with what you're looking for. Like, what I'm going to find at a bar, that's fun for a night. Bye. What I'm going to find when I'm up or, you know, anywhere, you know, hanging out at somewhere luxurious or doing something, then you're looking for a certain type. But that's where I feel like people get confused. Like, this is what I mean when I say you're attracting what you're emitting. You know, you attract. So people only put up with the love that they think they deserve at all times. You will never let anyone treat you worse than you treat yourself. That's where you draw the line. Trust me on that one. So if you've ever really disliked something about yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll put up with a lot of what somebody else is saying to you, but the minute they start treating you worse than you've ever treated yourself, that's where your breaking point is, right? So we accept and we attract what we think we deserve. If I think I only deserve passive men, guess what I'm going to get?
Passive men.
If I think that I deserve a dominant man, what am I going to get?
But let me ask you then, what do you think you deserve in a man?
What do I deserve, or what am I looking for?
What do you deserve in a man?
I feel like deserve when it comes to people is also, and I don't mean to make this a roundabout answer, but I feel like when you say what you deserve in a person, I don't want to say it's almost rude, but that's different than saying what you deserve in life. I deserve a promotion. I deserve to graduate. I deserve to have a new car. But saying I deserve someone who X, Y, Z, A, B, C, who says that?
Okay, I honestly, that was a trick question because I was about to say you don't deserve anything. Honestly,
but you can't. I can't go to somebody and be like, "You're mine. I deserve you."
Okay,
no, you
yeah,
don't. You deserved me yesterday, but today you're an asshole. You don't deserve anything.
Then what do you want in a man? Because that's actually one of my questions. What do you want in a man? Physical and then mental. Like, describe this man first.
When I tell you I'm not super picky, I mean it. I'm a very mental person. So, like I said, if you saw some of the people, like if you saw that 4-year ex, if I showed you a picture, you would straight up laugh in my face. If I showed it to Piper, she'd fall out of her damn chair. I promise you. So it's like, I'm not... Yeah, I was going through some things, clearly. It's not so much a physical. I mean, obviously we have our dream, tall, dark, handsome, ripped, all that fun stuff. But it's also like, that's fun. And if you really want, you can get that, I'm sure. But to me, it's about personality. I almost said this and I caught myself, but I don't want it to be like this. But it's almost like, what can you do for me? What can I get? What are we getting out of one another? What can I do for you, and what can you do for me?
That's funny because I could have sworn earlier you said you didn't want.
I know.
Yeah.
So let me break it down. Do you remember when I said a relationship is a partnership, though?
I disagree, but I'm listening.
Right? I have to remember we talked about give and take. How if someone is constantly a taker, right? And if someone is constantly a giver, the taker is always what? Taking. Right? So when you're entering a relationship, it's like when I say what can I get from you and what can you get from me, it's more so what would have been a better phrasing is how can we help each other grow? What are we pouring into each other? Am I pouring all my energy into you and you're giving me nothing in return? You're taking that energy and you're hitting the streets at night and I don't know where you are, or are you pouring that back into me? Like I had a guy, for a little bit, he loved me. He did. Truthfully, and I loved him back. He had a hard day at work. I showed up at his apartment. He wasn't even home yet. I used the key. I went in there, cleaned up, made dinner, all this stuff. Did a little,
As you should.
No. He deserved that. He deserved that part of me at that time. He had a hard day, and he was on my team through and through. I did a little scavenger hunt. I wrote down a bunch of love notes for him and hid him throughout his apartment. I'm that type of person. But if you deserve that side of me, I'll happily give it. I will happily make you dinner and do all these things.
I'm an advocate. Okay, go ahead.
Not because you think you deserve it, but it's because I think you deserve it. Right?
Like you earned it.
You shouldn't think that you deserve a woman that cooks and cleans. I get to determine if you deserve a woman that cooks and cleans, and if I fucking feel like doing it that day. Just because it's Thursday, that doesn't mean a thing to me.
I understand.
But if you're pouring into me, if your love language, if our love languages match, you're pouring into me, I'm going to want to pour into you. Our cups are always full together. I think that's more what I was trying to get to.
That's a good way. Okay, that's a good explanation. That's a good explanation.
That's the only time I would do that shit. Not because you're hey, cook it. I mean,
I'm a big advocate of always, ladies always doing these things off back. That just be your.
Do you deserve
It just be your personality. It just be high.
Well,
Personally, yeah. I'm just saying for most guys. But that will make a guy want to step up and be the better man for you because, well, look, listen.
Go ahead, say your thought. Say your thought. I'll wait.
Because honestly, when men actually, because I'm gonna be real, men don't get good women at all. Men run into a bunch of women who don't add anything, who don't cook clean because they don't.
I agree.
But then it makes them think like, okay, this woman is just like every other girl. They only gonna do it for that one nigga. And if she's not doing it for me, then why the fuck would I do anything for her?
But see, so what I would say to that is,
you always got to be the man that she's willing to break rules for, not make them. If she's over here making rules for you, then you're the guy. You're not the guy that she wants. But if she's breaking rules for you, that's the guy that she like. Come on now.
So I do like that, and I'll add on to it in the same way that what you're talking is man, woman, anything in between, whatever you identify as. Do not settle for someone based on their potential, who they are, whatever they're showing you. Take that for what it's worth. Right, when I was in my teens, like, you know, being in like high school, you know, I got a little boyfriend. Mom was like, well, I just remember telling my mom, like, Mom, he's gonna be so great one day. He plays the guitar so good. He's gonna do all. Man, what the fuck? What? Just like what? And it's the same thing. Like you're basing a guy. You're like, oh yeah, his rap career about to take off. Oh, he doing this. Oh, he doing that.
Oh hell no.
Fuck no.
Nope.
Or oh, he's like, yeah, she's doing this. You know, she told me that she's thinking about how she maybe possibly apply for this loan to maybe potentially get this house and maybe she's gonna do what?
Okay, well that's different. That's different.
Is it though? But I mean, it's going to your point. Like I'm still agreeing with you, but I mean it in the way that don't be with someone based on their potential, based on who they can be. Because
but the
about
reality is,
energy,
unfortunately, that's how women date though. Like
that's just
women.
Men too.
That's incorrect.
It's honestly.
Let me explain that because go ahead. I'm writing down. Go ahead.
More men that do that than women.
No.
Men date women based on their potential. She has the potential to be a good wife. She has the potential to cook and clean. She has the potential to raise the kids correctly. She has the potential to do this. But guess what? The woman you thought she was, she's not. That potential energy is gone.
No.
Right?
The thing is, most men, women actually are the one going into a potential because men only care about what you've done in the past. Before women put high stake and high investment on the future because they want to make sure that you can provide a good future for them, and not only just them, but the kid that they're gonna have from you. So women are very, very smart when it comes to this. They care about the future. Men care about your past. Were you a hoe? Wait a second.
She belongs to the streets,
bro. That's what men care about. Men don't care about, she's gonna be a doctor in the future. Like,
oh my God, who the hell cares?
Like, that's cool and all. That's cool, but is that gonna help me? Is that gonna help the family? No. Sure, when she have a kid, yeah, but that's when she have the kid. Before she have the kid, she gonna be annoying as fuck, and then she gonna nag you, and then y'all gonna end up breaking up.
I feel like it all, and I get what you're saying, but it depends, because honestly, you can't apply a blanket statement to anything. Like, for in your eyes, someone like me might be an anomaly. I'm a dominant personality. Guess what? I don't want kids.
Oh, no.
I don't want to do that.
You are becoming a vast majority amount of women. Like, that's the thing.
I'm becoming a vast majority of what modern women think they are or think they can be, but that's not how you are, right? People think that they're dominant or quote-unquote alpha females, and they'll go around saying, I'm this, I'm that. I've never had to assert anything in myself. If anything, I've wished at times that I could change who I was to fit better into a man's mold or anything, but this is how I am and who I am. This is just what I was built to be. And it's not always peaches and cream. Like, I would love a guy that's just like, oh, honey, go do this. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, let me put on my dress and click my heels and everything will be great. But I'm not her. I'm just not her. There's parts of that nurturing personality in me.
Maybe you just haven't found that guy yet.
I don't think
that woman.
I don't ever think I would be that level, but I do still want that nurturing side to come out. And the way to nurture that, like, I have plants. So this is going to sound really silly. I have plants. I have a cat. I have things that I take care of. That's to, again, keep that. I do have a lot of masculine energy, but at the end of the day, I'm still a woman.
That's true.
And
but
so I still want to nurture that side of myself. I still want to be able to care for someone.
Right.
I still want to be able to take care of someone if need be. So I have things around me that cause that quote-unquote feminine side to come out.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I bet. I was only going to make the prediction you had a cat. had a cat or something, had a dog or cat, because that's what a lot of women do. And you may think you're doing it because you want to feel like nurture. Sure, that may actually be a reason, but also it's to replace the feeling of having somebody. It is
I can get anybody.
a lot of it. Yeah,
I have
yeah.
Any person
Of course, but
any
like
person I've ever wanted, I've gotten. It's not on that. Like if I really wanted someone, I could get them. But to me, like I'll tell you, I had a lash tech, and this is where we're going back. The last summer,
a lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was great, amazing. We talked. So know this: when your girl's going to the salon, when she's doing this stuff, that's her secret therapist. That's her confidant. You want to know secrets? You talk to whoever is getting your girl all up and done. That's the person that knows some stuff. So my lash tag, she was great. Like after a couple sessions, like we were going in and we were talking about like family and stuff and like these types of things. And this same topic came up. We talked about, cause she was very,
masculine.
She was sturdy.
Oh.
She was, but she was a beautiful woman at the same time. Long legs, tall, just gorgeous. But she also was about her. She was about her money. And so.
She single?
I mean, now.
No, I'm just saying, like, is she single? Not like to see if I get on that. I'm saying, like, is she single? Because it probably could connect a couple of dots.
I think I can't fully remember. I don't want to.
Okay, but go ahead. Continue.
And we were talking about it, and I was talking about, kind of my masculine energy. And she was like, yeah, I definitely got that vibe from you. And she's like, but what you need to do, you need to make sure that at the end of the day, you're creating a balance for yourself. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? Like, this is how and who I am. And that's what she was talking about. She's like, get some things in your life that you can take care of, right? She's like, that's how you build that up, to really get in touch with your nurturing side. All right, when you think of women, a lot of times you think of mothers, you think of all this. And when you think of mothers, you think of caretakers, of nurturers. And she was like, to get into that side of yourself, you need to, quote unquote, nurture that side. You need to take care of something. Otherwise, you can lose that part of yourself entirely and you'll just end up becoming more angry, right? Because then if your masculinity is truly taking over, and depending on what that means for you, you can start shutting down all types of things. You can start closing off all types of doors. Like, I have masculine energy, but I'm not a masculine person. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I got nails. I got like, I'm me.
You got Jordans, though.
I got...
Or some Nikes, you feel me? So, like,
And then it just goes with the fit.
Okay.
But meaning to that, like, I have amethyst in my bathroom. I have rose quartz around my wrist. Like, I want still to create and find a balance just within myself and with others. So, like, even to the women that have masculine energy, like, something I've learned and something, I hate to say it, my lash tech taught me, it's okay to be feminine. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be nurturing. Yeah. But the problem is women are afraid to be that way because people like y'all start expecting it.
What?
What the?
Like,
what the fuck?
Wait, what do you mean? I get you.
Certain like types
but the
of
thing,
men are
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Because, like, yeah, of course, it's always, in this space, it's always those weirdos. It's like, your girl should be doing this for you. Yeah, I get it. I understand. But the thing is, she should be doing that. However, he should be reciprocating the value too. He should be protecting, providing, doing his manly duties at the same time. It should be, like I said, give and take. It should give and take. But the thing is, a lot of ladies be like, "Fuck it, I make my own money. I'll be working. You can cook for me, or how come you can't cook for yourself?" Those masculine. Yeah, of course. A guy can cook if he wants to. That's the thing. It should be elective if he wants to cook.
So why shouldn't it be the same for a woman?
Because she was a like that's her female duty. She's supposed to cook for her man.
No.
But that's the thing. See, and like I said, a lot of women. That's one of my questions. A lot of women want a traditional man who's gonna protect her bride, do all these things for her, but then at the same time don't want to be a traditional woman. That's fine. Give yourself more of a modern man, the man that you're not attracted to. Those feminine men. Get yourself one of him.
There's a thing in between though.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the in between. They're feminine men. There's no in between when it comes to.
There's a man that is still dominant, but he's maybe not in the forefront. He's dominant behind the scenes. Trust me, I've met them.
Nope.
I've had them. Yes.
Nope.
There's not only two types of men, just like there's not two types of women, right? You can think of a whole list of women in your life that you've met, right? You can think of a bunch of women. You can think of bums. You can think of queens.
I can think of average traits within men and women.
You can think of a lot of things, but I feel like there's more than just a dominant guy and the meek, quiet, shy guy that you're like, damn, somebody threw him in a locker when he was a teenager. It's like, no. There's someone in between that I think what a lot of women look for is someone that's been at the top of the food chain or quote unquote has been there and is fine now with their place in life.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of women nowadays.
That's why they date older.
Sure, and that's why nowadays women are more single than they ever been because they're trying to look for that guy that you just named. The guy that you're looking for. That's what all women are looking for. Okay, yeah, sure. But once they come around, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm not looking for it, but I'll take it. That's the thing. Like the because the thing you can say I'm not looking for a man, but you don't chase a man. Men chase women.
I don't.
So regardless,
no.
A guy's gonna hit on you.
And I've never dated anyone that's hit on me. By the way.
Okay, but the thing is, the guy that you're, then it's even worse for your situation because if you want that A-type personality guy, eventually, because I'm sure you want a child and family eventually, right? Oh, yeah, you say you don't want a child, right?
Yeah,
but you want a man. But you want a man.
thing.
You want a man eventually. So
man or woman.
Okay, a man or a woman. No man or woman.
I said I could do a man or woman.
Okay. So eventually you want somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the point still stands because, you keep saying you're not gonna change and stuff, but I kind of forgot what I was saying. I'm getting a little tipsy. Okay, let's get back to the question. Okay, let's get back to the topic. I got a couple videos I've got to show, and it's getting we already almost an hour in. So let me ask you: would you take you say you kind of like these type of guys, but would you take a relationship serious if the guy's like a simp? Yeah?
For a little bit.
Bruh.
Then you're not taking it serious.
For a little bit. I don't like anybody that I can steamroll. Now, if you're okay, it depends on how you think of a simp. Like if I walk out the door and you're just
Pedestalize you.
Yeah, like I will fall. Don't put me on a pedestal because I promise you I will fucking fall. That's not where I'm meant to stand. We are level. We are even grounded. I don't put you on one. You don't put me on one. That's not to say that I haven't been on one or I haven't put people on one, and it's been terrible. Take people as they are.
Emotional damage.
Man, it's just...
But no, I feel like.
But yeah, I agree. Women should not be with well, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but y'all being with a simp is
It's about respect. Is really what it boils down to. Like,
yeah, but women don't respect
for me,
simps.
but I don't respect you. To me, that's not okay. Yeah. But if you're simping, and I respect that you're simping because you choose to, because that's what you're
Bruh.
No, because some people feel like they have to, like I said, feel like they have to do this. Like, that's how they think they can keep a girl. I gotta do this.
Yeah, but that's all of it. That's all of it. Like, they don't ever want to do. You think,
man? Yes.
Bruh.
Who would ever want to just sit there and give people money just happily? You don't want to do that. They believe that I bet you have. They have to do that to get your attention. They feel like they have to do that to get your attention or keep it.
Yeah, I'll read this. This is from one of my friends back home. Big dude, buff guy.
I'm about to tell y'all what it's saying, guys. Go ahead. Okay, where is it at?
So we're having a conversation. Cause I don't know why.
Sip example number 1, guys.
Girls love him, right? He's my friend. We've been friends for like 6 years.
Stop the cap.
Nah.
Y'all ain't smashed?
I don't know.
Either? Y'all already smashed?
Nah. I was dating somebody at the time. We had a moment, but it passed. And so I was like, yo.
And that's why he's sitting on that money.
I was like, what are you doing to these people that making them like fall for you? Like, why is everybody folding? Like, come on. Like, what's the deal? And so he responds, he goes, like, I do everything that I can to make them feel / know that they're appreciated and loved. If I fuck with you, I'll simp for you on a healthy level. Sex every day, cook for them, listen to them complain, even if they're in the
What the fuck?
But then
wait. You said say that last sentence, even if they're in the wrong?
Listen to them complain, even if they're in the wrong.
Bruh.
But
Stupid.
I do the same thing, so I'll follow up with this. And he goes, but I'm not perfect, and I have my fuck ups. So I think I do those things to overcompensate for my flaws. And I was like, okay.
What does that mean?
Exactly. But I'll tell you this. I have a friend at work. She's a girl that I did the same thing for. That's my girl. I love her. That's my friend, but she's definitely a beautiful woman.
Yeah, you do it for a female. You would never simp over a man.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I have.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's how I'm the person that I am today. Like, your experiences are what make
Oh,
you.
yeah,
I
true,
didn't
true,
just
yeah,
pop
yeah,
out
true.
the womb on some fuck you. Like that's not how it came about. It came about.
I meant anymore. But yeah, I could tell you be, like I said, emotional.
I'll tell you, I have wholeheartedly folded to the
How many
ground,
relationships
simp
have you
level.
been in, would you estimate?
2.
2 serious ones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then situationships and entanglements?
2. 2 outside of those 2 relationships. So the relationships, for it to be a relationship, it needs to hit at least a year.
Oh, right. I forgot you you see it differently. Okay. How many situationships?
2.
And 2 relationships?
One was
2
a girl
situationships.
that I absolutely, older than me. Also, everybody's older than me. Older than me that I absolutely head over heels for. Now that girl, I sent for her. Whatever she needed, bro, it was disgusting to that level. Like, that's how you know. Like, that's how I am the person I am. But the person I am is the person she is. And I just, all her experiences, like, she'd be like, Tasha, I need you to do. Her name was also the same thing. She'd be like, I need you to. She'd be like, yo, I need you to go do this. Or I need you to go pick this up for me. Or, hey, I need you to come by my house and do that. I'd be like, yes, whatever you, absolutely. Yeah, on my way. Here I go. Like, she had her own personal servant, and it was me just popping up. The reason it ended one time,
Here we go.
hooked up. This is a bad one.
Uh-oh.
That's how you know I had to gain some self-respect a couple years after this. I was at her house. You know, it was late, wrapping up the night, and she gets a phone call, and it's from Christy or whatever.
Uh-oh.
And she's on the phone, and I'm sitting there,
She answered it?
I'm over here, happy as can be. And she's like, yo, what time you leaving? And I was like, I don't know, probably like 7:30. She's like, all right, Christy, come over at 8. I was like,
Wait, right in front of you?
right in front of me.
Were y'all dating?
I was dating her, she was not dating me, is how she described it. So that's a situationship. A one-sided, sad entanglement.
What the fuck?
So that, if you're wondering, it's those type of experiences.
What the fuck?
But it's those type of experiences that have made me into this person now. Tell me that wouldn't shut you down to your core. Somebody that you love in front of you, like, you out in 30 minutes? All right, you come over in an hour.
I mean, was it clear that y'all were dating? Did y'all even say anything?
I loved her with my whole being.
But y'all wasn't official. Like, nobody said anything.
People knew.
So it felt like it.
Yeah, so like stuff like that, that's the type of stuff that hardens you as a person.
It was a girl too? Y'all be getting down like that? Dang.
She was fucking. She is to this day fucking ruthless. We're also friends now too.
Oh, you
That's
referring to all your exes, huh?
Except for one, yeah. Bro, because if things don't end on a bad note, like we're still cool. Now we're not gonna.
That was a bad note though.
Yeah, but now it's been like 2 years since then. I vowed to never talk to her again. But she also, this is just a coincidence, but she also happened to be my manager at the time also.
Yeah.
Bruh. Emotional damage.
She got something for managers, man. You know what I noticed? Interesting thing, you like dominance, and that's the only time where you actually seem to stay when you're not in a dominant position, when you're being dominated by somebody else. First, the other manager who was older than you, that was a relationship, and then now this girl who was just running all over you apparently.
Man, she
and
flattened me.
Your manager too. Was she older than you too?
They're on the
Bro,
same
I'm just.
You want to hear something crazy though?
I thought I've been already hearing crazy stuff.
Last summer, him, that guy and her,
They hooked
we
up?
all hung out. Fuck
Oh, threesome?
no, we just all hung out.
Oh.
So I'm not gonna get into it, but we all became friends.
Bruh.
They knew of each other, and they were not fans of each other.
But since
years passed, and then we all hung out, and they were both like, "Yo."
Yeah, we fucked her over, man.
No, man. If anything, they talked about me, and I was like, they're like, "Yo, you remember when she was like," I was like,
That's awkward.
"Why are we?" And I'm just sitting there like, "Can I have another like White Claw?"
Hell nah, man. That's interesting, man. Like y'all ladies be getting down just as bad as the niggas.
Bro,
man.
They
say the lesbian relationships were the most had the most domestic violence and shit, but
toxic.
damn, man, I tell y'all, man.
She's a demon.
Yeah, shout ladies. Okay, so would you consider yourself a more traditional or more of a modern woman?
A more traditional or more
modern woman?
Definitely modern, but it depends on how you're describing it. If you're saying traditional, meaning that cook, clean, keep the house, take care of the kids, I don't give a fuck about any of that.
And you care about building, getting the bag, and building your empire.
I love to cook though. I'll tell you that. I'm a great cook. But
what's your go-to dish?
Sorry.
There you go.
I have a look. I have a crock pot, and I love slow cooking shit while I'm at work. So I'm about to hear some riffed of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like the Alfredo type shit? What is that?
No, that's basic. Can't do that. My favorite dish right now is mozzarella breaded baked chicken that I usually put on like a salad. So take a chicken breast, flatten it out, like kind of butterfly it, and then you just cover it in like mayonnaise or sour cream, whatever can keep the moisture in it. Olive oil, Italian seasoning, breadcrumbs, salt, pepper. Throw it on that. Stick it in the oven. Some honey roasted cayenne.
So you like
carrots.
to cook?
I do.
So like it should be like, and that's what I mean when I say like you should get you a lady who likes to cook. So what's the issue if your man just wants you to cook?
I want to cook. You don't get to tell me what to do.
I mean, it's not. I mean, that's why I say you find a lady who likes to cook. So
here's how my cooking even came on. The first guy that I dated loved to cook.
Okay.
He loved making me food. I loved eating it. It was great. So what ended up happening is I took what I learned from him. And I started cooking for the next guy I dated.
Fucked up. That's bogus. That's bogus as hell.
And I taught the guy that I dated.
Bruh.
Shut up. I taught him how to cook.
You over here taking recipes and shit.
Straight up.
Each nigga she over here taking. Hey, stop dating her, G. She gonna take your food recipes.
That's like how this shit works out. You take a little from every person you meet. That's what life experiences are. So he taught me.
Oh my God.
He taught me stuff. I showed the next person, and I'm sure that guy to this day, he discovered a love for cooking. I'm sure that he went and showed it to somebody else.
That is interesting because one of the videos is literally about that, about just getting, jumping from man to man, getting stuff from them. But okay, but I still got a couple more questions. Do you believe men who give women money with nothing in return are being used?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
You think it's just normal?
Yep.
It's a good thing?
Yep.
I'm not surprised. Okay, so I got a
first... I also, if it makes you feel better, I also give money. Sometimes.
Oh, yeah? You give money to people just randomly?
I have. But see, I come from a family of takers.
Stop the cap.
No. I come from that's that emotional damage thing you want to throw in there.
Or just ladies?
I come from a family of takers, so I'm used to people asking me for stuff. But if you don't ask me and I have it, I'm willing to give it. I'm willing to share whatever I have.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But at some point, I might be a little down. And if you really love me, let me hold a stab.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
I hope so. I was joking. Let me put this up. I got a first video for us. Sorry. This little lady who's going viral on TikTok. She's pretty much saying what women should, what women deserve out of men. Pretty much. That's what I got out of it.
As a woman.
Shit. Hold up. Okay.
As a woman, you should not be broke. And if you can't ask any guy in your contact list for money, you need to delete them all. Delete them all. Get rid of them all. Waste men. Those are waste men. There's no difference between you and the pretty privileged girls that you see online. You got the game all messed up. These broke men really made y'all believe that asking means you're begging because they want to get what they want from you for free. Think that asking a man for money means you're begging? Then I'm sorry, sweetie. You're going to be last in this game. And you wonder why the men that you attract are all feminine. Woman. So
Don't
Shirley Ann, Georgia, Eastman, how old are you?
watch, don't watch. Okay, so what are your thoughts on that?
Facts.
You agree?
I agree. You probably didn't expect me to, but I agree.
No, no.
Sorry, it's a dichotomy between my feminine side and my masculine side. Like at the end
Honestly,
of the day,
well, I mean, when the conversation was going, I already knew you would agree. Honestly,
like yeah, it's a give and take. Like if we go out on a first date, I'm not splitting the bill with you.
all right.
If I ask you out, okay, then I feel like whoever asks the person out, they should pay. That's fair. But if we're dating and in a committed relationship, yeah, sometimes I got you and you got me. That's cool. But on the first time, like, bro, because you're expecting something from me, and then I don't want you to be like, oh, I'm paying the bill, so let's go to your house. Man, what?
Okay.
You made $80. $80 for pussy? That's not even a deal. Like, that's not even fair.
Okay, so let me ask you the question then. Would you get offended if a guy asked you to McDonald's or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we were already dating, no.
Nah, but like first date,
Yeah.
you would get offended.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the minimum a guy should spend on you to get the best situation out of you?
It's not okay. So let's put it into context. If you were a guy friend that I've had for a while, and you're like, hey, come on, hit up Mickey D's with me. I'd be like, all right, like I know you bro.
Nah, like a guy off Tinder,
No, bitch.
or like a regular guy.
No.
So you're not going to McDonald's
I
with
don't
him.
even eat McDonald's out of my own pocket. Are you crazy?
So so
I just came from
how much?
breakfast, $80 on myself.
What do you
for
okay? So
breakfast.
how much do you expect him to spend, or what do you expect to go?
Here's the thing: it doesn't always have to be money. Give me an experience. Give me a reason that I wanted to spend my time with you.
So
you can show me something for fucking free. Take me to go see some crazy ass lights. Take me to go see something. Like take me to an art museum. Take me somewhere where I can think about. So life is always time versus money.
Mm-hmm.
Every decision in your life should be governed by those two. Time versus money. What do you have more of? If you have more time, you're going to spend less money. If you have more money, you're going to give less time. So it's either those, right? The longer you stay at a restaurant, the more likely she is to spend more of your money. So you want to get up in there and get up out of there and go somewhere else. You're taking someone somewhere that's less money, taking me to an art museum, taking me for a walk, taking me somewhere cool and we can end the night with drinks. That's an experience. I don't need dinner and a movie. I need to know that you've made time for me, or women just want to feel special. Fancy dinners make them feel special. Art museum may make some feel special. A nice picnic at the beach. I had a picnic at the beach before. $0. Had a great time.
You sleep with him?
Nope. He went on a whole tangent about some crazy things.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, so let's say a guy took you out on dinner, nice dinner. What did he get in return for taking you on a good dinner? Nice time, give you a nice time.
My beautiful face.
Just your presence.
Yeah, my presence is a present. I don't.
Bruh.
I don't do anything I don't want to do. So
Of
don't
course.
take me out expecting me to sleep with you. That's not an expectation. You're taking me out because you want to. That's what I said. Like when men do things, you need to do them because you want to do them. Don't expect shit from me. I don't owe you anything. You want me. But now there are some situations where women do go on a date, and you're just like, yeah, I do. You're nice. You're nice. I'm tired, or I got energy tonight. Let's go see what's up. And if that's the case, yeah. But every guy, most guys that I've gone on dates with, it doesn't end that way.
Okay.
Unless I want to. Like if I'm like, yeah, I don't fuck what you're spending on me. Nobody told you to do that.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I advise guys if you go first date.
If fun fact, if you want to go true traditional is third date.
Sure, yeah. I mean, look, I always try to advise guys the best situation for whatever outcome you want. So if a guy is actually trying to pursue a relationship, then yeah, he shouldn't try to push for sex. He should take his time. He shouldn't even rush it. But 9 times out of 10, when a guy is trying to deal with a lady, he's trying to get sex. He's not even trying to get a relationship.
Bro, I was reading this
at first.
story about this 22-year-old girl named Alyssa. She got flown out to London by this guy. And this is her thing. She didn't sleep with him or anything. He kept her there 2 weeks, fully paid, everything paid. She didn't sleep with him, and he was happy as can be.
Stupid.
He was like, Alyssa, oh wow, she was great. She's like, yeah, I'm going to Jamaica after this.
Cause he's a simp.
Like, they're here. I feel like, but as women, like, honestly, women and men, you don't owe anyone anything. You really don't.
I agree. I mean, that's why I tell I said that. I tell guys all the time, like, you shouldn't, if you're gonna actually take a girl out, you shouldn't expect anything. But that's why you should do low investment. You should not put anything high into the situation unless you actually based off of what you expect. If you actually expect sex, that's stupid because 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna get it. You should just take her out because you want to do it, or if anything, you're inviting her to what you already got planned to do. You feel me? You're gonna do something, you just add her on, but you shouldn't do it with the intention for sex. But at the same time, women 100% know that you want sex at the end of the time, but they're gonna waste your time. Use your money.
Sex.
Not the. I mean, of course. No, wait, what?
Sometimes we want it.
The woman?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, but not for most men. Like, yeah, I could always give personal, examples and stuff of how my situations go, but that's not how most situations go. Most guys, when they deal with women, the women don't want sex. You feel me? The women, like you said, they're gonna hang out with you, and their practice alone is gonna be enough.
Here's the thing. So something about like guys that they don't always realize is that women, we do want a lot of things. We want things that you won't know about because society says that it's not our place to tell you. It's not our place to tell you that we want to sleep with you on the first date. Society says, no, you have to wait till the third or fourth date. That's what's ladylike. That's what's respectful. That shows that you have self-worth. Sleep with a guy on the first date, you're a slut.
But there's a lot of things that ladies do behind the closed doors that society doesn't know about. That's why 50 Shades of Grey was like a bestseller book because women are nasty, women are freaks, women get down. But a lot of dudes be thinking ladies are sugar, spice, and everything nice. But nah, the reality is what it is. But let me ask you a question because I got leading up to the next video actually. Have you ever had a one-night stand? So, how many dates should a guy expect to get out of you?
It's a one-night stand. It's whatever.
No, I'm talking about like an average guy, like guy you're not gonna smash, or you don't. A guy who's just talking to you off Tinder. Hey, you look good. How you doing? How many dates would he have to take you on average?
Depends on what I want, but I'd say 1 to 3. If I'm only going to talk to you, so here's the thing. Again, I'm a pursuer.
Right.
I'm hitting you up. For this date. You're gonna, or I'm at least talking to you and putting it into your head.
To take you on. I was about to say, I was like, damn well, you're not sitting there. Hey, let's go. You like?
I have though. I have.
Did he still pay? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead though.
So like I said, I spent 10 months of abstinence, like following a bad breakup after I moved here, and I was just with myself, by myself, self-journeying. And then after that was over, well,
you got lit?
It was, I had to tell the city to watch out for me. I was here. I'm kidding, but no, yeah.
She belongs to the streets.
Watch out, streets. For now, I hear you.
For one summer, I just did the things that I'd never done before. So, in a still
semi-wholesome way.
Yeah, in a behaved way.
Of course.
Like I wasn't just out here prowling the streets.
Of course.
Hopefully not. I had a couple one-night stands, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I don't ever have to talk to you or see you again. Like I can just bye the fuck out of here."
Yeah, because that's the thing. A lot of guys don't really understand that. A lot of ladies, there'll be statistics out there like you can look up that be like, oh, most women don't have one night stands and stuff. But like, once you actually get out there and actually talk to women, if they're not gonna sit there and lie to you A lot of them have one night stands. Like
And
it
we
happens
don't
all the
always,
time.
just like you don't always want us, we don't always want you. We're not looking
That's
for
true.
something. Sometimes you just need a little push for one night, and then you're good. Then you can go back to work, and then you straighten out your blouse, get your hair out, and be like, okay.
You know, it was funny. It was one situation where it was a lady who was just like, oh, I don't typically have sex on the first night. You know, like you just kept saying. I was like, that's fine. Like, you can go home. You know, like or like we can hang out. You can go home. You know, you don't have to have sex and stuff. Da da da. Just kept making, just let her know that. But the next thing you know, like we still had sex. Yeah, we still ended up having
that's
sex.
Why she's saying that.
The reality is, guys, like this is a real game. Don't fucking push shit. Whenever you're hanging out with a female, don't ever push anything. Just chill, and then they'll initiate shit. You feel me? Or you gotta give a little type of small hints and shit. But you never just out back. Let's have sex. Yeah,
if
you
she
want to do
wants
something?
it, like she'll push for it. Like I didn't have a one night stand till I was 23. I think.
Wow.
Around that time.
Hmm.
And I was like, because I was living in fairy tale land before then, fantasy world.
Well, shit, I was 16. But okay, so let me see. So what are some red flags you look for in a guy?
Say again.
What are some red flags that you look for when dating in a guy?
I'm still working on that one.
You still calibrating the red flag meter? You don't know?
Bro, I'm the red flag. I'm toxic. I'm working on it though.
You working on it? How are you working on it?
I'm being good.
Stop the cap.
No, I definitely have been problematic in the past. Not on purpose, but I'm just.
So what are some red flags that you have that guys should look out for?
Okay, so like, I'll be honest with you because I just had another sip. So I'll be a little honest with you. I'm just a little tiny bit, smallest amount, minuscule, like peon, amoeba level, crazy.
Oh yeah, nice, yeah. Yeah, she's crazy.
Stop.
Whenever they gotta quantify how much.
Just this much. Look at it though. Just this much. I got control
Really?
of the rest of it.
Stop the cap.
Okay. But the reality is, you're probably more naggy. Probably
Well, like for me, so when I was younger, when I was 18, I had a lot of problems with that stuff, feeling insecure, all those types of things. So I was always on edge as a person. I still do. I had a lot of anxiety back then. I have anxiety now, but the person I am now is a lot more stable and in control of her surroundings. I don't look to others to guide me. I guide myself. And that's part of why I sought out the people that I sought out. So like for me, my red flagging was like if I didn't get a message back within a certain amount of time, I was like, oh my God, you don't like me. You hate me.
Oh God.
Clearly you hate me. Now mind you, this is 6-7 years ago. But at that time, that's how my brain thought. It was like, I'm so into you that if you're not doing this, you're not that into me. Now, being damn near 25, my phone stays on Do Not Disturb. Like, if you hit me up and I see it, hey, let's go. But that took a lot of time to get there. But I also learned through that if he wants to, he will.
No.
If he wants to,
okay, that's not what the reality is. This depends on the guy because if he's a busy guy, you can't just expect, him to respond whenever you.
It doesn't necessarily have to be like a right away type thing, but if he wants to make you feel special in some way, he will. If she wants to make you feel special in some way, she will. She'll clean up the house for you. She'll make you that little meal. She'll do the things that make you happy.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. Okay, I got the second video I wanted to show for us, but let me ask you a quick question before we get into it. Do you believe social media has made dating easy? Say that again.
I think I blend in with the camera.
Do you think social media has made dating easier?
It's made it nastier.
Hey.
A little bit, but I would take the term dating very loosely.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it hasn't made relationships easier. It's made relationships harder. It's made fucking easier. Very much.
That's true.
Very much. Your neighbor, you've never met her. Day in your life. But you hit her up on Tinder and you found out she lived right next door to you. Didn't even know. Never would have known. Like,
that's true. That's true. I guess access, yeah, has increased, but as far as that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I always say social media definitely ruin relationships and dating and shit.
Man.
But as far as like sexual access, it does. Yeah, but that only helps small percentage of men and women. But for most people, most guys, it's fucked.
Bro, they have whole dating apps for married people.
What?
You guys don't know about that? Oh my god.
Okay. Like
one of the
dating
OG
app?
sites. The website. One of the OG sites is Ashley Madison.
Actually, I heard of Ashley Madison.
You know Ashley Madison? It's a discreet website. It's a discreet dating service for only married people. That
what the
married
hell?
men can cheat with other married people. What? How do y'all not know that?
That's extra. What the?
Oh my god, yeah.
What the fuck?
How do I know that? Y'all don't know that. Just so you know, this world, something for everybody, man.
Man, listen. I always, man. If your wife cheating on you, man, you gotta just send her right.
She belongs to the streets.
That's just cooked. Oh my god, that's crazy. I didn't even know that's for actual married people.
Oh.
I heard of Ashley Madison, but I didn't know that was just for like.
I mean, you
married
have to
people.
Think they have apps for all types of people.
I'm sure they have like end to end like encryption type of things
This is
where.
the tagline. Life is short. Have an affair.
What the fuck? It says like 85 million people. Damn. What the fuck? Guys. Check your wife's phone. Check your wife's phone. Make sure she ain't got no attitude. Ashley Madison.
This one more than anybody. They love that one. Don't let the name fool you. Ashley Madison.
Guys, listen. If you're cheating still, then you're stupid. You know, you should let your lady know you're gonna be exercise your options because most men exercise their options.
Dude, but you gotta think too. Like some men are just fucking crazy.
Sure, yeah,
In the
of
sense
course.
that when they cheat, okay, like I don't mean to make it take a whole like just come out of left field. But do you remember that Shanann Watts?
Yeah, with
that
Christopher
son?
Watts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where he was having an
affair with that woman,
and he was so
and
damn crazy that instead of just leaving his wife or breaking
okay,
up,
that's
like,
a good one. That's a good point.
He was like, you know what?
I would just go ahead and offer.
I can't have you. You know, I don't want you, so nobody else will want you. I'm just gonna kill you guys so I can just start my life fresh.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna be as happy without me. You guys are gonna be so sad without me that I'm just gonna put you out of your misery.
That is a different type of shit, right? Because like.
But bro, he's not the first.
Yeah,
man
no,
to do that.
niggas do that shit because.
He's not the hundreds. He's not the 500s.
It's because
he's not even the millionth.
They're gonna get the fucking divorce, so they're like, instead of that, I'm gonna just go ahead and get rid of them, and like maybe it'll be easier.
So
yeah, guys are crazy.
Like shit like that.
Yeah, well, if you get to that point, yeah, don't get to that point because that's some different shit, definitely. Because like, okay, if you get to the point where you're married and you should not have a mistress. I always tell guys, like, personally, when guys be in these poly relationships and shit, I think that shit is it's weird. It's not gonna last because if you're sitting there giving two different women love and energy, all that shit, that's dysfunctional. It's just.
Or you think it's like exhausting for like your energy?
Not only that, but women are competitive naturally, and they're gonna start arguing. They're gonna eventually butt heads. I always tell guys because men aren't meant to be monogamous. If you're gonna sleep around, you should always let your woman know, and you should just have casual sex. It should not be no, hey, let's go out for dinner and let's hang out and stuff. Like you shouldn't be hanging out with another woman if you're in a serious relationship. As far as like that,
I won't ever let a man do something that I can't do.
Oh really? You're equal
opportunists. Let's get it.
But men and women aren't equal though.
Who says?
We're different.
We're different, but we're on the same playing field. At least we can.
But men and women.
We're only different because
women don't want to.
Men started off and said that we were.
But let me tell you this: when women find a man that they truly love and admire, let me ask you: when you find your dream man, or you say you don't care about what, but your dream man or woman, do you want to cheat on them? Do you want to have sex with any other person?
I haven't met them yet. How can I speak on that?
Well, okay. Well, you are anomaly. Honestly, most women don't. Most women don't. Wouldn't want to cheat on.
Here's my philosophy. When it comes to poly and open relationships, if that's not the case from the start, and you pop up all of a sudden one day like, hey, let's be open.
Right.
I'm gonna look at the little bitch Sarah that you've been talking to at work and be like, oh, do you want to be open so you can go hang out with her? Like, that's a problem. So for me, I'm like, either you're open at the start or you're at least 5 to 10 years in, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, but at the same time, like, but a lot of time for a lot of guys, like, shoot, this is actually a reality for a lot of guys. They don't know the value of their worth. They don't know what they can get in a relationship. I won't even say deserve because nobody deserves anything, but what they offer in a relationship and what they should be reciprocated with. You feel me? And when it comes to exercising your options, men aren't meant to be monogamous. Women are actually biologically meant to be monogamous. That's why they can only have. That's why they can only bring in one kid a year.
Who cares?
So that's the thing. That's why women should just accept it if it's the man doing it. But if a woman's doing it, that's like, what the hell?
Because here's the thing about humans, like, yeah, maybe that was the case, right? That was primal, but we are so beyond that. Bro, we have people just chilling in space, and you're telling me that we can't handle our biological needs, that I'm like, oh, because I can come 5 times in one night, I gotta go fuck 5 people. No, we are so beyond that primitive level that it's like you need to start thinking beyond that.
Then why do you think that
of all the technological advances that man and women has created?
I agree. So why is that even with all these new technological advances and all this equal society, women can get their bag too. Women and men still want the same thing in each other.
I don't think that's the case. I think that's what society still.
No, that's not society. It's
my circle
society.
Is not like that.
The thing is, societal trends are typically orchestrated by women. That's the thing.
No, they're not.
They are.
No,
this whole sex economy.
Not.
Are you serious?
I am serious because I actually just wrote a paper.
The freedom
of
sex and the fact that women are actually are asexual free as they are right now is due to women. It's a societal change that women orchestrate. Women should orchestrate societal change because you guys.
Well, yeah, that part.
You guys carry on to the next generation. Men don't create trends. Women do.
Men are behind a lot of those trends.
No.
Not necessarily the new
women
ways,
create
but
trends.
I mean just in the trend of society. Like, who are the publishing companies behind the media that you see? Who are the CEOs behind the apps that you use? What are the presidents of your country? Who are they? These are men. These are
I agree.
Men.
We do run the country. Yes, we do run the country.
So what makes you think you don't run the waves?
The trends are not ran by men.
But men
it's not even run by
letting them. Okay,
they're letting them slide. Yes, you think? Okay, let's be real. You think men want women to just be openly promiscuous?
Yes, it serves an agenda. That's the only way. That's the only way they would.
Nope.
They don't, because the more promiscuous women are, the less likely that your woman's gonna be promiscuous. Because if it's a societal trend of, oh, girls, let's have sex.
I'm not talking about your basic bottom tier level men. I'm talking about. Think of it. I'll put it into a perspective for you. Do you remember? When Black Lives Matter first really became the thing.
Right.
Right. You remember how anybody that supported that was shunned. Celebrities shunned. Athletes shunned for supporting that, right?
Right.
Now, fast forward 2 years, you got all these little websites, these little stores. Everybody is suddenly on the bandwagon. Everybody is suddenly about the trend because they say that's what's going to make us money. If we agree with this, that's what's going to make us money. It's all politics. When you're talking about these types of things, like for us in our circle,
I agree.
It's a top-down effect.
Now, let me ask you a question, though. You said it's about making money. I 100% agree. Let me ask you a question. Who owns 2/3 of the consumer base, as well as the consumer depth in America?
Tell me.
Women. You guys own majority of the depth. Y'all buy the most stuff. So if you're gonna make the most money, who do you gotta appeal to?
Last time I checked, though, there was like 3% more women in the world than men, though. But you're speaking at.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting? Sure, look it up. You can look it up easily. You know what's interesting? Not only do they have the majority of the depth in America, men make more money than them, and they still carry the most of the debt. Look it up.
I'm looking.
Hey.
Why do you like that one?
Nah, you gotta look. Wait,
We can leave that as we just both learn from each other.
Well, listen,
Leave it at that.
cause I gotta look at because I gotta really look at the story because that may be something different. Is it a .org? Because in most cases, men have to, when they when people get married, they join joint bank accounts. I don't know that. I doubt that because women carry the majority of the consumer debt.
No, that one's
Oh well,
interesting.
student debt.
But then that could go into the fact that you're saying that men make more, so maybe they can pay it off sooner.
Sure, probably, but still. But yeah, okay. Let's get into this video though.
Wait, this one's just for you. Read this. Yikes.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Hey,
I always say a lot of ladies don't understand money, man. A lot of ladies don't be having the concept of money, honestly. But this is another clear example of how a lot of ladies don't understand the dating game and how what you bring to the table is not necessarily what the dating market wants. You know. So let me ask you one more question before we get into it. Actually, so let's say for example, a woman, multiple baby daddies, approach your son. Let's say you have a son right now, right? What would you best advise him?
I wouldn't really like that, but if he were truly in love with her, I'd be like, okay. But I would also need to know what she's bringing to the table because you cannot
Her
build a
kids.
relationship solely on love.
Her kids and her
Like, if
and
that's
love.
what he wanted. But to me, that also speaks to decision making skills.
What do you mean by that?
It's hard to accidentally make a baby, to me, in my opinion. You accidentally grew an entire life inside of you. And you accidentally
Oh
did
no,
it with
yeah,
three
never
different
accident.
guys.
No, it's all her choices.
If that's what he wanted and he could fully justify, like, he's the one that has to go to sleep with her every night, not me, right? That's his name that he wants to put on that house, not mine.
Mm.
But I would advise him, like, hey, what is she bringing to the table that is sustainable to you? And if he's like, and she's so pretty and she's such a great mom, I'd be like, okay.
Okay, well,
That doesn't sound like a lot of good reason.
this is an interesting video. A woman who's talking to this Kendra G person. I guess she gives dating advice or whatever. But she's a mom of 8 and she's
It's all
ready to
decision
date.
making skills. Those don't sound like good decisions.
Hey, well, you got to hear her age as well. How old she is.
So Shirley Ann, Georgia, Eastman, how old are you?
28.
You have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have 8.
How old are you?
28.
All right.
You have 8 kids that you gave birth to?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
gave birth to 8 kids?
Yes.
How old are these kids?
My oldest just turned 10. My daughter is 7. Then my next son, he's 6. Then I have a set of twins who will be 5 on the 29th of this month. And my second set of twins, they just turned 3 in November. Then I have a 1-year-old son.
A 1-year-old son?
Yes.
All by the same man?
6 of them are, and the other 2 have another dad.
What would you say to the guy that feels like 8 children might just be too much for him?
Oh my God, I know.
And wait, hold on. And not only are they 8, you have 2 twins that are 5, 2 that are 3, and then one set of twins that's 5, one set of twins that's 3, and then a 1-year-old. So you have technically 5 children under the age of 6, and you do have a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
So they're pretty young.
Yeah.
So Shirley Ann, Georgia, Eastman.
So what are your thoughts when you hear this?
I do appreciate that she has 8 kids and only
2 baby daddies.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all, so I spent years deciphering this scripture trying to figure out what the unforgivable sin is. I finally.
Okay, go ahead.
But it does make me wonder, why does she keep going back to that same guy that many times? And that's when I say it comes down to decision-making skills. Like, you're telling me he popped you 6 kids and you guys...
And y'all still broke up?
And they're a couple years apart also. Like, you cannot have children with an on and off partner. to me. That's not because at the end of the day, it becomes about the children. You cannot have inconsistency in children's lives. Like I have a coworker that has been dating someone for almost a year. He still has not met her children.
Oh my God. Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, here we go. That's a.
Nope.
He
9
still
months.
hasn't met his.
No.
9 months.
He knows about them, but because she needs to make sure that he's actually sticking around. You cannot introduce multiple paternal figures to a child. That's not healthy. That's not sustainable.
But damn, 9 months. You wanna...
9 months is nothing. When it comes to your children, your babies.
A lot can happen in 9 months.
Exactly. That's the time for another child.
That's why I tell man, God, wait, does he have his own kids?
No.
Oh man, that's why I be telling guys if you don't got kids, bro, just don't.
But that's another one I'm saying. Like as a parent,
but I get that. I understand that.
The people coming in and out of your child's life are the right people.
Of course.
Because what if he came in and
I do be hearing a lot of stories of like they invite a dude in and the guy starts touching the kids and doing some crazy stuff. So
I
understand that.
But yeah, that too. Like
yeah,
you never know. Like that's the type of stuff where I'm like, you should be looking out for your kids. And so if you're dating someone and you're looking to bring them home to your kids, are you looking for another father figure for your children? Or are you looking for somebody for you?
Yeah,
6 kids, he should still be around.
Yeah, he definitely should still be around. She shouldn't even move on at that point. She already got 6 kids by the dude. You always tell ladies once you have a kid with a guy, you might as well try to make it. You should try to make it work. If you went all the way to the point where you had the man kids, knowing how the person was, y'all had enough time to know how each other was, and you still decide to go on with the child. There's no reason for you guys to try to break up after that, especially after 6 kids. Like that's just
stupid.
Cause now you stuck with 6 kids, and then you got to go with the next guy.
Unless,
I don't know how that guy decided to take her on and give her 2
truly-
more kids, but he did it.
Unless y'all were truly toxic together, and then if that's the case, why did it take you so long to realize that? How many more times do you have to lay down to figure out that that's not the one?
Well, a lot of ladies like to live in delusion, man, and I be telling y'all like once y'all
So I need male birth control.
I mean, listen,
you don't want to talk about that. That's good. That's cool. What's this?
male birth they got vasectomies.
No, yeah, dude, I'm gonna go on this story. Yeah, but now they're coming up with male birth control.
I heard about that. I ain't taking that shit.
Because if y'all are the ones that are non-monogamous and you're the ones spreading your seed,
That's a good
blocking
point.
it.
I use condoms if I'm dealing outside because I'd rather not. But guys should just use condoms.
Condoms get poked. Condoms do all sorts of things.
Man. Double wrap it, guys. Use 2 condoms. Okay, so how would you feel if you went on this nice date with a guy, right? And then right after the date, he make you feel good and everything. Right after the date, you go home and you check like Instagram or TikTok, right? You don't have TikTok. You check Instagram, and then you see her story. He posted a new story, right? You click it, and he's on a date with another guy. He's on a date with another girl. He's like giving a whole like, oh yeah, I just went on 2 dates and stuff, a little vlog. How would you feel?
I think that's kind of weird. I don't think the 2 dates in 24 hours thing is weird. I think trying to celebrate it or trying to put it out there is a little disrespectful. Like, do what you're gonna do. I've gone on 2 dates in 24 hours. Fuck, I've gone on more. Like,
what? Wait. Well, how many dates you went on in one day?
Out with people, but I'm not about to go and. Social media is so intrusive. Everybody thinks their business is someone else's business all the time. Like, baby girl, not everything is meant to be celebrated. And while it may be normal or normalized, like, it's all right to just sit on that. It's all right to just go home and turn on the TV and text your friends about what happened in the day. 500,000 people don't need to know that you were out doing X, Y, and Z.
So you wouldn't have a problem if you saw?
I would have a problem if you posted it and I found out about it because my friend sent me that.
Yeah.
I'd have a problem with it then. Because now it looks like you're trying to play me in public.
Okay, but what if it wasn't like a story like that, like a vlog, but it was just like he was on another date. He was like a story, and you see him with like another shot of champagne and shit, and you're like, wait a second, we didn't go there.
I would still say the same thing.
You have an issue?
It's fine if you. I don't even know if that one would be as bad. I'd definitely be like, because to me, in my mind, he's on some, hey, this is your competition on the phone right here. I'm not here to compete.
Oh, what do you mean not here to compete?
Like if you're going on two, like you're getting a 2 for 1.
Are you still gonna go on another date with him?
Huh?
Are you still gonna go on another date with him?
I wouldn't like that energy, no. Now, if you did those things and you talk to me about them, even now or later down the road, that's different. It's a private conversation. But if you're posting it, like you have me looking stupid in public. You cannot have me looking goofy.
Okay.
And I'm over here bragging, oh my God, I just went out with Charles. Charles so good. And Charles got dash across his story.
Okay.
I'm going to be looking like, damn.
That's a good point.
Charles fucks. Like,
all right. Well, this fucking TikTok went viral a while ago. It's a woman who went on 2 dates in 24 hours. And I guess people have mixed emotions about it because, like, one side is like, she's still single, so why not date? You're young, that's dating. And the other side is, yeah, but the other side is like, if I'm taking you on a date, this is why a lot of guys don't invest nowadays. It's a new trend that's going on. Guys are just giving up a relationship. That's why there's more single women and less marriages because men are almost stepping away from getting into a serious relationship with women nowadays because that's what they feel like they gotta expect to see. Like you could if you cause nowadays, let's be real, I'm good with women. If you're talking to a woman, 9 times out of 10, she's still talking to a dude.
Dude, so's the guy. You have guys that have 6 kids by 6 different baby mamas. Like, let's be real.
Okay, but men and women aren't the same.
How's that different?
It's different because. First of all, a man who's able to get 6 women is not the same as a woman who's sleeping with 6 men.
How?
Because it's not easy to get women. For men, it's not easy to get women.
Yes, it is.
You think it's easy to get women
yes.
as a man?
Yes.
Bruh.
Are you aware that one third of men are virgins?
Dude, I'm a woman, and I can tell you, I feel like for a man, it's easy to get women. You just have to not be an asshole. Or some women do like that. Like, bro,
that's
it's
funny
not
because.
that difficult.
If anything,
if I can pull women
are more.
Pull women.
I can pull women, but thing is, what I do, the interesting thing, the things that I do, most men don't do, and you may see as asshole. That's the thing about it. A lot of women they see I don't like assholes, but that's the men that you guys actually date and sleep with.
So then it's not hard for an asshole to get a woman. So
but most men aren't. But that's the thing. Most men aren't assholes. Most men are nice guys, and nice guys get ignored every day.
No,
they do.
Weird people get ignored every day. If you give me bad vibes, if you make the hair on the back of my neck stand up, yes, because that is gut instinct. Do you know what that's born of? We talked about primal instincts before. It's that same thing. If you invoke fear in me, fuck no. If I go out on a date with you and I realize that you're giving me creepo people vibes, like women know that. They know when they don't feel safe. So if you're too much of one thing, maybe we don't want that.
The funny thing is, y'all only perceive actions weird or creepy if the guy's not attractive. Because whenever men say certain things, you guys already perceive attraction. You guys are already saying like, okay, I'm already attracted to this guy, so him doing this is not that weird. But if you're not attracted to the guy, you're gonna see it as weird. If a handsome guy walked up to you, like I don't know, like play with your hair, like hey, how you doing? Like tilt your hair a little bit, hey, how you doing? He was super attractive, Tom Cruise type shit. You'd be like, oh hey, how you doing? But if it was a weird dude, or not even weird dude, but a guy who's not as attractive, maybe he doesn't look up to par how you want a guy, you'd be like, oh my god, that's weird.
So it's all based on conventional standards, and what you're describing is actually a sociological concept that is both defined to men, women, non-binary, regardless of gender. We have, we are like predispositioned to trust those who are more conventionally attractive.
Right.
And so how that person may turn out is also how society has been perceiving them. So we know that we've met these attractive people that exist in a bubble, right?
Explain that.
Meaning, okay, like I hate to use myself as an example, but back like when I was a teenager, I lived in a bubble. People never said no to me. People wouldn't dream of saying no to me. Whatever I want, I got. It was full on princess syndrome. Like I lived in that bubble. If I needed something, if I went up to you, a whole stranger in the park, talking about, hey, my phone died, can I use your phone to call? You'd give me your phone. You give me your phone and let me make a call. I don't know you. You don't know me, but you would. And you did. But it goes both ways. So that one isn't a woman thing. Like, that's actually a concept I learned, like, in undergrad. I was studying psychology. And that was one of the classes, like my sophomore year, that we talked about is how attraction is perceived. Like, I hate to take it back to the true crime wave, but it's why like some of the most successful serial killers were deemed attractive.
Right.
Right? You're gonna trust and attract a man more, but that's
Right.
not.
And
that's
the thing is, no, you actually just proved my point because the thing is, thank you. They didn't. None of the women saw Ted Bundy asking them to help them with his car. Women who don't know how to fix cars, aren't strong enough, and this is back in the days. But they didn't see this weird at all. But say it was what's that other the killer clown John Wayne Gacy, fat dude.
Yeah.
Let's say he was like, "Hey, sweetheart, you want to help me fix my car?" You would have been like, "Oh, that's creepy."
But do you know why though? So part of it goes into the fact that they think, and that it's been, I don't know if it's been fully proven, but it's definitely widely accepted that more conventionally attractive people have better social skills.
That's true.
That's really
because they have practice.
Exactly. So it's not that you're ugly and coming up to me talking. It's that you're, hey, can if you,
because he's shy because he doesn't get a lot of attention.
You're uncomfortable, and your uncomfortability makes me uncomfortable. But if you're comfortable and secure, that's what people are more likely to accept. So it's not the fact, like, it's not necessarily black and white that you're attractive, you're not attractive, you're not creepy, you are creepy. It's more so it's those social skills, like you said. You've had practice. You've had the ability to develop it because society has accepted you.
Right.
Whereas if society has rejected you, yeah, maybe you're not going to be as well versed. Right?
I agree. But
it's a very sad point.
Yeah, that's a sad point. But the thing is, what a lot of fail to acknowledge is that those traits that could come with talking to people, make these things that make you unweird, you have to get it out by being weird, and then you learn how to maneuver through it.
Yes.
So those guys that you perceive as weird, they're not really weird. They just don't have game.
No, they're weird. I say.
Well, sure, they're weird, but it's because they have no game. But they're not like weird to the point where like, oh, we need to call the cops. Like, oh, they may be like weird, like creepy.
Yeah.
But they're just like weird because they don't have any social skills and they don't have any game. But that's due to women not talking to them. Because, like I said, women don't talk to them because they're what I say? Invisible. Most guys are invisible to women. Most guys are shy, awkward, shaky. But there's only a small percentage of men who actually have confidence in talking their skin.
Because it happens. It relates a lot back to puberty and thinking of the times that you were in high school and middle school. For me, I was weird during those times, and like you said, I got it out of my system and I figured out like what was okay and what was not okay. But everything is in steps, right? Like as a teenager, you have your first kiss probably by like 16 at the latest. You're losing your virginity before you're 20. You're doing all these things. So now imagine if you're meeting a virgin when you're 30. What's your first question is what's wrong with you, right? Because these are milestones you were expected to have hit. And it's okay if you didn't for some people, but those are milestones you've expected to have hit. So same with that weirdness. Like you just said, we expected you to get that out before 25, and you're still rocking.
Yeah, but that's what a lot of women don't understand about most men. Like you're not seeing the most men. Most men haven't knocked it out by 25.
Yes, they have.
By the time they're 25, they only have like 1 or 2 bodies.
None of the men I've met.
Exactly. The men that you met. The men that are actually visible to you.
3 different states. I've gone to 12 different schools. I've gone to 3 different colleges. Every man that I've met by 25, they at least 5. At least 5.
That's not even a lot by 25.
Now meaning that I'm 25.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say a woman, fairly attractive, average, slightly average, which is average for women is slightly attractive, pretty attractive, right? So, an average woman, 23. What do you think her body count is? That's been single most of her relationship.
Minimum of 2.
2?
Minimum.
Bruh.
2.
Minimum. Maximum, I'd say 15.
Okay, that's more. Okay, yeah. Let's get some truth out. Let's get some truth in there.
Because someone asked me before if I cared about body count, and I was like, nah. But if I'm dating someone, that's not something I care about. That's not something I ask about. But I do want to know if you ever gotten tested and if it's ever come back positive. That's the only question I'm asking. That's what I really need to know.
That's a good question.
But if we're really talking about it, if at my big age, I expect you to at least been with like 3 to 5 people for experience. right?
Okay.
And so I play on like a plus or minus 5.
So you wanted somebody with some experience.
I'm not trying to be 25 taking somebody's virginity. I'm not that person. I don't get off on.
You'll be surprised how many ladies will sit there. Like I'll be going live on TikTok and debating people and shit too, and a lot of ladies will be sitting there lying and say, "Oh, I love a guy who isn't sexually, educated. I like to teach men and shit." That's the biggest cap I ever heard.
Women are always teaching men. I'm sorry, I haven't met a.
And that's why y'all so unhappy.
One man that knew what the fuck he was doing. No, two.
Thank
two
you.
Men that
I bet.
What the fuck
I bet you did.
Everybody else did.
I bet.
I'm like,
I be saying like, and I learned that from experience too. The reality is, most men that you're running into don't know what the fuck he's doing. Lame, bum, all the time.
Cocky shit for nothing.
Yeah, a lot of guys are cocky and confident for no reason because a lot of women hype them up. Yeah, I agree.
For nothing. I'll tell you what, though, the saddest story is I met one of the best guys in that type of situation that I met. I didn't like him.
What that was? What you mean?
Like that knew what he was doing.
And you didn't like him?
Didn't like him.
Like as a person, or just you didn't like the sex?
I wasn't. No, the sex was great.
You just didn't like the person.
I just wasn't interested in him, and it was the
Happens.
wildest, like, kind of inner turmoil dichotomy I had ever had in life. Where like this person. So that's when I realized like being good in bed is not enough. Like I still don't like you.
Oh yeah.
We had a great 5 hours, and I still am not going to call you after this.
Yeah. I learned that. Yeah, I had to learn that the hard way. Just having good sex is not enough. Some like.
It's the same way love
Messing
isn't
with your
enough
foot
to
all the
push
time.
a relationship. You gotta have other things.
Oh yeah, I tell people that all the time.
Something else.
I tell people that all the time because a lot of times they be like, if you love your partner enough, it'll work. If you love, I'm like, love has nothing to do with maintaining a relationship. A lot of time it has to do with duty because you're going to put up with a lot of shit that you're not going to want to put up with. But that's how you make the relationship work. That's how you make it last. You don't want to sit there and buy your girl stuff and go on trips and stuff because a lot of men don't like that stuff, but they do it for anyways for their woman. You got to do what you got to do for your woman a lot of times. That's just the reality of relationships. But all in all, let me ask you, do you think, from our whole conversation, do you think modern women deserve a good man? Or earn a good man? Because you say people should earn things. Like you give your man, you cook for your man because you felt like you deserved it because he earned it in a way, right? So do you think modern women, not you, but when you look at society, you look at these videos, you look at women in general, do you believe they've earned a good man?
See, my problem is I don't agree with blanket statements.
Okay, a good man as far as like a man who's gonna care, protect, provide.
Well, what I mean by that is like I can't fully say what women deserve. I'm not an ambassador for women. I don't speak on behalf of women. I can only talk about me and my experiences.
Do you deserve a good man?
I deserve whatever the fuck I want.
See, I can't say no. But
yeah, I think I do, but that's because also I've put forth the effort. So I'm a believer, like, if you really deserve something, it'll come. And if it doesn't, maybe you didn't deserve it in the first place. Maybe you weren't ready to receive it. Maybe it wasn't for you. That's how I treat my job. That's how I treat school. That's how I treat like promotional timelines. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Tasha, if it's really here for you, it's yours. And if you don't get it, that means it was not yours to begin with. And that means that if you think you deserve that, you need to be ready to receive it. So if a good man comes your way and you're not ready for it, you're going to send him away.
That's a good way to put it.
There you go. Like, you clearly didn't deserve it.
Look at the ladies dropping gems.
Gotcha, bitch!
Shut the
Okay, but you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Yeah.
It was fun.
You got any questions you want to ask?
Let me see.
It's like I wrote it down the whole time.
No, I have another apartment viewing.
Oh, okay.
At 4 o'clock. I'm just thinking I need to find somewhere to live. That's not related to this.
Hey, any real estate people with us watching?
Please hit me up.
We're gonna get your Instagram linked down below after the video.
Yeah.
So I would definitely love to have you on when I have some more ladies and stuff. You got to see how the modern day ladies think because you'll be surprised and it'll make for an interesting conversation.
I think I would be because like the people in my circle are not they're a little of this, a little of that. Like I love people from all sort of walks of life.
Right.
So, like for me, I've been around the block. I've been through a lot of things in life. And so I like people that are at least secure in themselves.
Definitely.
But please believe I have friends who are not.
Yeah.
Right, but I am only surrounded, like all my friends are successful.
That's good.
All my friends are graduates or at least making a good amount of money.
Good motivation then.
Or just being motivated in their life. I cannot, even in my life, like I cannot stand stagnant people. And I feel like if you're really looking for something, then no matter who you are, what you are, man, woman, there should be a driving force for you. And it's not that driving force shouldn't be, oh, I have to get a partner, I have to do this. That driving force should be tomorrow, how can I be a better version of myself? You don't have to do anything grandiose, but if you struggle to get out of bed the day before, then tomorrow you do get out of bed. Tomorrow you do clean the house. Tomorrow you do go for that walk. Tomorrow you finally do go grocery shopping. Like, it can just be something small that you're still at least working toward a goal.
Definitely. I always tell guys you should always be focused on your goal. I always tell guys you shouldn't even try to get in a relationship right now. I'm in a relationship, but you should always just don't follow what I do because it might not work for you. It could work for me, but it might not work for you. But you should pursue a relationship until you actually make it 6 figures, just so till you can actually become what you want to be, and then you can provide that for a woman. Because I always say, guys, women don't build with you; they move in. So knowing that you got to become what you got to become, because if you're not what you are, they're gonna leave you and find another nigga. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Not love based off potential. Remember, based on what you are.
Yeah, but that's how most. I was honest. That's how I was gonna say, because most women. That's how most women date. Women date based off of potential. Men date based off of your past. Women care about what you're gonna become in the future. They were not gonna date a bum, which is smart. Don't I'm not knocking it, like how women date and do all these things. I want you to make this clear. I'm not knocking anything that women do. I'm just making men know that this is what women do, so they can better be equipped when dating them. Because a lot of men don't know this shit. You'll be surprised. I'll be on TikTok Live. We telling women care about your income. Women care about these things. No, they don't. They love me for me. It's like
it's not. But here's the thing, though.
Bruh.
Stupid.
Income. It's that.
Not necessarily just the income. The traits that come with it.
Okay,
Yeah, it's the traits that come with it. But they will not know those traits unless they can see an example of what came out of it. You feel me? So you can show, oh, I'm confident and stuff. But if you're short, you're like, whatever. They're gonna pass you on and shit. You gotta just stand out. You gotta always stand out. You gotta just be the best version of yourself. And then if you stand out to a better majority, you say what?
It's called peacocking. It's okay. So like if you know.
Yeah, you pretty much showing off what you got, type of shit.
Like male peacocks, they're the ones with the white tails and the feather. They're the ones shaking their asses.
Of course. But at the same time, you do all of it not just to be like, oh, I got this money. Here, I can show you I got the money. Like, no, you do that so that you can have more what's it called? Confidence, competence, and respect for yourself. So then you can be like, oh no, I don't want you. No, I'm good, because you be on some 3 or 4 shit. I want that woman who's more respectful. You can actually pick what you want in a relationship. A lot of guys just get with any woman because that's the only woman they can get. If you have a variety of women, you can actually pick for who you want. Exactly. Just like how women date. That's how women date. Women be having hella choices, and they be like, I like you the most.
You shouldn't settle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely.
Don't be crazy, but
definitely
get what you want and give what you need.
Definitely. So. But I enjoyed having you. I enjoyed having you. It was a great conversation. Yeah, guys, that was a great talk. Feel free to link her stuff down below. Comment, engage. Great conversation. Actually, really good conversation. Pretty long.
We got a lot in. It's been a while.
Yeah, I would love to have her. I'd love to have you on again. And
for sure.
Yeah, if you have any final question, anything?
No.
Anything you want to shout out?
Not really.
Okay, that's cool. All right. That'll be all. That'll be all for you folks. That'll be all, folks. You have a good one, and we out.